Good morning. Let's talk about a misconception that lots and lots of people have when it comes to listing your house for sale and appraisals. And I'm telling you, before I became a realtor, this is exactly the same misconception that I had as well. So do not feel alone if it's something that you believe or you think. Number one, save your money on an appraisal if you're planning on listing your home with me. You absolutely do not, for any reason, need to have your house appraised ahead of time. Why? Because whoever buys your home, if they're getting a loan of any kind, the bank will require that they have it appraised. So even if you do have it appraised, they will not look at your appraisal at all. It's insignificant. Now, if you're just curious, you want to have an idea of what you think your home might be worth, you could spend money to have an appraisal. You could. But if you're going to list your home with me, we're going to look at homes that have sold similar to yours lately to determine price per square foot and to come up with a price. And what I'm going to tell you, whenever you're ready to sell it, I'm going to ask you, how much do you feel like it's worth? How much do you need to net on it? All those questions to determine if it's worth you selling it or not. Lots of times, and I find probably 90% of the time, sellers undervalue the amount that they can get for their home. I see it all the time. And I probably can guarantee you, probably 95 to 99% of the time, I end up making a seller way more money, even with my commission, than they ever would on their own. And that happens every single day. Every single day I meet with people and I say, how much do you think your house is worth? They give me a number. I pull the comps of things that have sold in the surrounding areas that are similar to theirs. And so many times they are undervaluing the price that their home should be listed for. So I see for sale by owners listed all the time on Facebook. I look at the houses, I look at the amenities, I look at the surrounding acreage, all the things, and I say to myself, I would have made that couple way more money if they had listed their house with me, even with my commission. And something to remember is this: you do not pay me a penny unless I sell your house. At all. You do not pay me a penny. I pay for all the photography, the videography, the marketing, the advertising, all the things. You don't pay me a penny unless I sell your house. So, an appraisal. This is all an appraisal is, and people think it is God coming down from the heavens and giving this magic number, and then that's the number that the house is worth. Absolutely farthest from the truth. If you had a house that you wanted to sell today, and you called 10 different appraisers out there to give you a value of your home, I guarantee you, all 10 of those appraisers are going to come up with 10 different numbers, and they're going to use different comps. And what does that mean? They're going to use different comparables, different houses around the area to value your home. And there's no rhyme or reason to it at all. Absolutely something that was baffling to me when I became a realtor. And believe me, before I became a realtor too, I put a whole lot of stock in an appraisal. It is only one person's opinion of the value of your home. And if they're looking at your home and they have no idea what you believe the value is or what you believe you could sell it for, they're just shooting blindly in the dark, and they're pulling comps that they believe are the most similar to your house. It is so very subjective. So this is what happens. I see it every day. I list your home. I pull the comps that I believe support the price. It goes under contract. The buyer's bank then calls out an appraiser to go out and appraise the home. The appraiser pulls comps to support that list price. whatever it is, whatever the price is that you're under agreement with the buyer, the price is always a couple of $1,000s more than the sale price. I see it happen every single day. And I've listed probably close now to 250 homes. One has not appraised. And I knew it wouldn't when I listed it with the sellers. I said to them, I believe that this price is never going to appraise, but it's ultimately up to the seller to decide what price they want. So I will say, when I meet with a seller, this is the price range that I believe your home is worth. What price do you want to list it at? And I give them all the information, present them all of the comparables in the area, and then ultimately it's up to you to decide. Listen, it's your sale, it's your house, it's your property. So if I say to you, I believe we could fairly list it somewhere between $350,000 and $375,000, what do you want to list it at? Ultimately, the final say is up to you as the seller to decide how quickly do you want it to sell, how big of a hurry are you in, are you willing to wait, all those things, or do you want it sold within a few days, hopefully, right? So all of those things go into play. So again, to recap, if you're planning on listing your home with me as a realtor, you absolutely do not need to get an appraised value. You can save $500, $600, $700. You do not need to get your home appraised. I will pull the comps to support the price of whatever comparables are in the area that have sold lately to get the price per square footage. And then if you have a shop or a pool or a pond or additional acreage, all those things go into play to decide what the ultimate list price is for your home. Again, save yourself some money, save yourself some time. It is simply one person's opinion of the value of your home. You could call 5, 6, 7, 8 appraisers out to your property on a given day, and they're going to give you different numbers for every single appraisal that comes out. They're going to give you different numbers. It's not mandatory, and lots of sellers absolutely believe it's mandatory. It is not. You do not need an appraisal of your home. The buyer, if they're a cash buyer, they don't even have to have it appraised. If they want to, they can. If the buyer is getting a loan from their bank absolutely will call out an appraiser. That appraiser will give a value of the home. So that's how it works, and that's why you don't need an appraisal before you list your home with me. So, hold on a minute. I'm in the Jeep today and it's pretty rough. So if you need help, if you have questions from the listing side and you're thinking about listing anytime soon, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Remember this, I am very busy. I have lots of clients. You will always, always, always feel like you're my only client. I guarantee that. So y'all enjoy this weather, enjoy this day, and if you need anything as a buyer or as a seller, I would love to have a conversation with you. Give me a call or message me, and y'all take care.